Hello, folks. Welcome back. This is Chris in Central Pennsylvania. I have cautioned and warned for a very long time that the deteriorating relations between the United States and South Africa that would be coming eventually are about a lot more than simply expropriation without compensation. It's about the abuse of minorities. It's about South Africa's foreign policy that directly pokes the U.S. in the eye over Tehran, Beijing, Moscow, Ukraine, Gaza. The list goes on and on. The inconsistency of South Africa's actions, international relations, and the abuse it heaps upon Washington while taking handouts from the United States. I said that eventually someone will pay a price.
Welcome back once again. This is Chris Report, and he assured me that since Simonstown and Boulders. Folks, this is Chris Wyatt reporting from South Africa.
This week, President Donald Trump announced that he would be ceasing all future foreign assistance to South Africa, and South African politicians have lost their minds. But it's not just about expropriation without compensation, which is what people keep claiming it's about. It's about a lot more. Now, United States senators have jumped into the fray over the Taipei diplomatic representation in South Africa, with Ted Cruz accusing the ANC of undermining U.S. national security interest. As I said, I've warned that Trump ending foreign aid is not simply about expropriation, but much, much more. Perhaps Ramaphosa and all the whiny leftists in South Africa will begin to open their eyes and unplug their ears. Then again, probably not. After all, it's America's obligation to provide free medical care for South Africans, no? Otherwise, Gwede Mantashe will embargo mineral exports, or so he boastfully claims. Taiwan has expressed grave concerns about growing pressure from South Africa to downgrade and relocate its de facto embassy from Pretoria, the country's administrative political capital. The move, after 31 years of diplomatic relations, makes little to no sense until one realizes that the ANC is doing what their masters in Beijing have demanded of them. The island's foreign ministry confirmed that the South African government renewed a demand in late January, asking the island to move its representative office out of Pretoria by the end of March. Of course, it's not an island, it's a country. But hey, that's what the media says. Folks, this is an ongoing saga dating back to late 2023. According to foreign ministry officials in Taipei, the South Africa is also seeking to downgrade the status of our representative office from the Taipei liaison office in the Republic of South Africa to a trade office. The ministry attributed Pretoria's move to increasing Chinese suppression. In April of 2024, South African government had ordered Taiwan to relocate its representative office from Pretoria to Johannesburg and rebrand it as a trade office within 6 months. The claim was that Beijing was forcing this move. So why the downgrade? Move? Why have to leave Hatfield? Why downgrade it? If you're going to make it simply a trade office, why can't the trade office just stay right there in Pretoria? The South African government also stated that the relocation was not up for negotiation and the office would be closed if Taiwan did not comply. Now, that's a diplomatic mission. Should South Africa take this step, they have to tread very carefully, for they risk running afoul of Vienna Conventions, which govern diplomatic relations. Not up for negotiation. I wonder how many microprocessors from Taiwan end up in South Africa. Pretoria may soon find out how many will not be coming to South Africa. Republican Senator Ted Cruz criticized this decision on X, saying that South Africa was going out of its way to alienate the United States and our allies. And he is correct. There is no need or justification for this move. Cruz described the timeline for Taiwan's relocation from Pretoria as deeply troubling, saying that it undermined U.S. national security interests and escalated tensions between Washington and Pretoria. 100%. Now, Cruz chairs the Africa Subcommittee in the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. He pledged to investigate the matter along with other concerning decisions by South Africa. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. See? Much more than expropriation without compensation. Also, Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn accused South Africa of working with China to bully Taiwan. She called for serious consequences, including South Africa's removal from the Africa Growth and Opportunity Act. Have I not happened to mention like 1,000 times over the past few years that South Africa's access to the Africa Growth and Opportunity Act was in jeopardy? South Africa first made an oral request for the office of relocation back in December 2023. They followed that with a formal letter in April of 2024. And when the office did move, they made a third request in October of 2024 and set a deadline at the end of that month. That was later negotiated, and here we are now. The ANC offers the following about South African government's demands. Relocating what will be rebranded as trade offices, both in Taipei and in Johannesburg, is a standard diplomatic practice, will be a true reflection of the non-political and non-diplomatic nature of the relationship between the Republic of South Africa and Taiwan. non-political and non-diplomatic nature. I think that South Africa is going to learn the very hard way what sanctions and punishment are from Taiwan for sure, possibly from the United States as well. South Africa hosts dozens of international organizations, including the Palestinian Embassy, opened in 1995, and North Korea maintains an embassy in Pretoria. North Korea, that rogue state, can have an embassy, but the true government of China in Taipei cannot have an embassy, not even a liaison office. This is spiteful, and it's obvious that the ANC is taking direction from their overlords in Beijing. What say you, South Africa? Good luck with this one. Cheers.